All right, the past few weeks have been awesome as we've gotten to talk about Joseph and all his dreams and all the ways that God has been there for him throughout. And today we're going to wrap up the story. It brings a huge climax to from where he was as a little boy, sold into slavery, all the way to where he's now at Pharaoh, being second in charge of everything. And he's going to have an encounter with his brothers and his family again. And unfortunately, it's a little bit longer the passage than what I normally have you guys read, but I would love for you to pause the video, read the passage, and answer these few questions. When you're done, press play. But I want you to see how God brought it all together and how God was there for Joseph from such a little child all the way to currently. All righty? All right, let's pause the video now. Okay, this story is just flat out crazy because Joseph knows that it is his brothers that are coming to him looking for food. But the thing is, the brothers didn't know it was Joseph. And so Joseph, probably not so nicely, got to play some games on them and trick them a little bit just to see who they really were currently. But at the end of the day, the great news was that Joseph was reconnected with his brothers, and he was reconnected with his dad, who loved him very much. And so joyful of a reunion it was. And the thing that made me think of it throughout the whole entire life of Joseph was that God was there with him. And Joseph never wavered in his faith, in his trust in God, because he saw little bits and pieces of God all throughout his life. And that's what our bottom line is for us today. You can trust God no matter what. No matter what Joseph went through, he could trust God, and he believed in God and just continue to follow after him. So I want to encourage you today that no matter what is going on in your life, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, you can trust that God is there with you because we've seen it to be true over time, and we got to see it over the course of Joseph's life. Joseph remained faithful and trusting in God in every situation, and God just continued to prove himself to be faithful in the life of Joseph, and he will prove himself to be faithful in our lives as well when we put our trust in him and believe in him and trust that God will guide us through it all. So I want to encourage you that no matter what you're going through, put your trust in Jesus, put your trust in God, knowing that they are there with you and you can trust them at all times. And again, it brings up for our memory verse that we've been looking at all month long, Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. When we try to figure things out on our own, we're not going to be able to figure it out. Let's just be honest. We don't know what's going to be happening. But that's why we have to trust God with all our heart and not worry about our own understanding, but take steps of faith each and every day to trust God. So I want to encourage you to take that step of faith today. Continue to put your trust in him no matter what, and then let God provide for you in every situation. All right, thanks for joining me this week, and thanks for wrapping up this series with me. I can't wait to see you next time with an all-new episode. Have a great week, everyone.